I'm just joined by our secretary, Nick Kay. Nick, if I'm speaking to you, it must mean that there's some county business or some important business to talk about. So, yeah, let's cut straight to the chase. Big news coming out from the club last night that you've made the Lancashire game coming up on Tuesday all ticket. What's the reason for that?
Just a demand for tickets, Kosi. I spoke with the guys at Yorkshire in the middle of yesterday, and they said to me that there'd been a real uptick in sales basically since they won last week at Scarborough on Tuesday. There's obviously a sense that Yorkshire are taking the competition very seriously. They've got a good team. I thought they had a really good team out on Tuesday, played some good cricket, and it's a Lancashire Yorkshire game. It's a Roses match. That's always going to bring a lot of footfall with it. But they've been really encouraged by the numbers of people that have bought tickets. So in order that we don't go past the capacity that the ground's set at, I'm afraid it's a case of you've got to buy your ticket in advance or you're not getting in.
So, what is our capacity, Nick? Is it any different obviously from the
It's same
black
as it
game,
was for
for
the
example?
T20 game. But obviously there's a hospitality tent which is eating into a
Yeah.
little bit. But 4,500 people in the ground is as much as we feel we can comfortably and safely hold, and that obviously from Yorkshire's perspective is looming on the horizon very quickly with the volume of sales that they've done.
So if you've got a York members card, Nick, does that mean you have to kind of buy on the website as well?
No,
Or like,
no, there's provision made for Yorkshire. Have got a pretty good take as of we on the number of York, the green card, the York members discount cards, and Yorkshire members themselves obviously can get into the ground. So they've made provision for their expected numbers. So it's really just the walk-up sales that they are trying to eliminate by making it an all ticket, just so they can have complete control of the numbers coming in.
so 100%, mate. If someone comes with a cash or the card on Tuesday morning, they ain't getting in. Simple as that,
Oh,
guys. But
listen, yeah, I mean that's the direction that's coming from Yorkshire. I would hope that everybody's seen the communications. There may be one or two who miss and turn up and have travelled the distance, and I would hope we can be pragmatic in those circumstances. I hope Yorkshire can be pragmatic, but we're trying to get the message out there that you really are running a risk of not getting in if you don't have a valid ticket for the match.
how much is an adult ticket, Nick? I've noticed Scarborough were charging £33. What's going to be our admission charge on Tuesday?
Yeah, well, ours is set by Yorkshire rather than I think Scarborough set their own figures, Cosy. So ours is £20 to get in to the match. I think it's £5 for concessions as well, or juniors, which is really good value. Under 17s, I think I read was £5. So I think again that's maybe one of the reasons. Maybe a few people who enjoy the cricket in the summer might have saved their pennies and not gone to Scarborough and have come into York just because it's maybe a little bit more cost effective for them.
And the usual questions, Nick. Can you bring your own alcohol? Can you bring your own chairs? Where do you
Bring
park?
your own chairs. Yeah, bring your own chairs. You might remember because we put a load of chairs out for the T20 match earlier on in the summer, and actually there was such a volume of people that brought their own chairs to the match that we didn't really need them in the end. And I'd encourage plenty of folk, if you've got your favourite vantage point on the ground you've been before, you know where you want to sit, then get here early and bring your own seat and plonk yourself down for the afternoon.
What about this weather forecast? Do you have
Be
some
good.
special powers with our weather? Because I don't want to jinx it now, watch it change, but it's incredible forecast, isn't it, for next week for both days, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Di, listen, I'm touching wood and I'm not wanting to tempt fate, Cosy, but it's amazing. We had a tremendous week last year. You might remember it's really warm, the August matches last year. Then we had the two. The T20 was a great afternoon. The county game, there was a bit of rain, wasn't there, on the Wednesday morning, but the county game, all 4 days were really, very generous. But looking at the forecast for next week, it's wall to wall sunshine. So we're not worried about rain. It's more sun cream and after sun, right?
Now, I was at Scarborough last
Oh,
week.
just Richard, just to go back to what you point about
Yeah,
alcohol. Yeah, you can bring four. You can bring four cans into the ground, and obviously water and soft drinks. Don't bring glass. You won't be able to get in with bottles, but four cans. But if you pass out of the ground, you take a pass out. You can't bring any more back in.
I was chatting to a few people at the county game at Scarborough last week. I was mentioning about our marquee being very full for the for that Monday. And yeah, the corporate side really did surprisingly well, probably in your eyes, didn't it, for the Red Ball stuff? How's it looking for next Tuesday and Thursday?
I've been blown away by the take up, Cosy. I was down there yesterday afternoon looking at the marquee that's going up, and it's the biggest one we've put up so far. I mean, it's basically about 70 metres long. It swamps the rugby pitch, and it's going to be absolutely full. We've got 70 tables on Tuesday, 725 guests in total, and then 727 on Thursday. So a waiting list, and unfortunately, a few people disappointed that they can't be in there. So, and I have to say to all the the business community of York, and actually Hull, Leeds as well, a lot of East and even Teesside, they support the event like I could never have imagined when we started it up 6 years ago. And I mean, the reality is, without it, we wouldn't be able to stage Yorkshire games. People don't come to Clifton Park, to York, to see York. They come to watch Yorkshire. So we've had to create an event within an event that basically allows us to cover all the staging costs. And the hospitality marquee is that event within the event. And to have thick end of 1,500 people coming and enjoying the hospitality in the next week is a testament to them. But also I think it's credit to all the guys who helped set it up and help make it a really special occasion for them.
Be honest with me, Nick. When we all heard the fixtures, 7 days of county cricket at Clifton Park, I think I've got to be honest. I thought, as Mr. K bitten off more than he could chew. Obviously, we're nearly kind of at the checkered flag now, but we've had the stand. That's obviously helped us, hasn't it? For the two, it seems to be there all season, doesn't it? But 2 to 3 months as well. But how has it been? I mean, it's been a massive team effort. Obviously, I've been involved with it as well. But be honest with me, mate. When you 7 days, did you think? Obviously, your back has to do it, but it's
it's been tough. No, it's been tough. The 4 day, when you're getting up at 5 in the morning and going to bed at midnight, 5 or 6 days in a row, just to make sure that it passes off without any, mishaps are not the right word, but just so you can create an event that everybody walks away from and thinks, York did their best to stage that. And yeah, the 4 day was tough. I really enjoyed the T20. It was something new. It was over in a heartbeat. But I felt that day was really special. Look, there's loads of us in there. I mean, you're with me all the way, Kosi and the Doc and Charlie and that county crew. There'll be, I suspect, thick end of 25, 30 of us down on Sunday morning setting up. So, it's a huge team effort. It's certainly not just down to me. And I think, as long as people embrace the challenge and recognise that, we've got to get it right, because you make one mistake and, Yorkshire might never come back. So, it's been challenging, but I think it's been rewarding. I love it. I mean, next week's my favourite week of the year. I just think it's just wonderful having county cricket at York. I think having, a lot of hospitality guests, lots of friends of mine, lots of friends of yours, lots of friends of the club coming from all over the country to have a beer and watch cricket at Clifton Park. Certainly a lot of old members, old supporters, old players come to this event, and it's a great reunion for us. So yeah, I can't wait, to be honest with you, and I just hope that I hope Yorkshire win both games, and that's the most important thing, that we do well on the pitch, but obviously that it passes off over the week with as a success, and that's all I can ask, really.
Yeah, the city's on fire at the moment, mate. We've obviously got the e-ball meeting next week.
Yeah.
There's rumours of York City Knights joining the Super League for next year. Strong rumours as well, and making some big signings as well. Obviously, we're hosting the county games as well, and first team have won a trophy as well. So it's all good sport in York, Nick, at the moment.
It is, yeah. I mean, I went to the Oldham game, the York City football, the playoff game that night, and I was really disappointed. It would have been great to see the football club back into the football league. They're it's a growing club. It's really well supported for a non-league side, and I've followed York City's results all my life, so that was a real shame. But hopefully they can go that one better this summer. As you said, the York Knights are a tremendous outfit. I really hope they do make it into the Super League. And yeah, the e-ball the week after. So for those people that like a beer and like their live sport, then the next fortnight's going to be pretty special.
Yeah, it should be good. Just finishing, Nick, obviously just looking a little bit at club affairs. Obviously, won the T20 league trophy the other week up in Beverley. obviously disappointment on the Sunday in the North East that we couldn't get past New Farnley, but we went quite deep in the national last 16, and but I know you're not happy for second best, mate. And obviously the league, it looks like it's going to pass us by. This obviously first team. Yeah, how are you kind of viewing the season with a month to go? We're still in Dental Cup, obviously semi-finals, so potentially, yeah, maybe another trophy could come back to York. But overall, mate,
Oh, it's just so inconsistent, Richard. I mean, we've beaten some of the very best teams in the country. In the national competition to beat Richmondshire at their place. We've beaten Castleford both in the league and cup, and they're head and shoulders above everybody in the league. Presently, they won't be caught, I don't think. We've in the T20 to New Finland was really disappointing on Sunday. I felt that we were by no means second best in that game. I think bar for a couple of key moments, I think we'd have won the match. And that's, I know the lads are gutted as you and I are, as we were discussing on Sunday as the match was unfolding. We could see the key points of it, and we could just see where, maybe we lost that game in moments where we maybe ought not to have done. But I think the good thing is the lads are getting 100%. We've lost some poor games of cricket, but it hurts, and it's hurt them, and they've bounced back the next week. And if we take all the positives from the teams we've beaten and beaten well, and maybe just avoid that little bit of complacency that possibly creeps in when we play the lesser teams, and we actually get off to good starts in those games, because that's been the problem. The games we've lost that we should have won have usually been because the first 10 or 15 overs have passed us by with a bat or ball, and you're on the back foot. So I'm not in the dressing room. I don't know what's said. You're watching as a spectator and a supporter, and you think, if only. And I think this season is one of those seasons. If only. But we won the T20. We've got a great chance in the K3. I really like that K3 dental competition. I think it's a really good. We're spanning both north and south. We get to go up against teams that we historically played twice a season. Your collegiates, your Doncasters of this world. Brings back a lot of memories for me and many of the members of the committee. So I really like that cup. I hope we can beat Wakefield. I hope we can get to the final at Castleford and win that. And I think if we can obviously do a cup double, even though the league's been disappointing. That's progress. It's definitely a step forward, and we can build again for next summer.
just finishing, Nick, a couple of things that I want to point out that's been really pleasing. Matt Scurry and the women's team has been a revelation for me. I mean, to have two teams in, and some of the distances they have to travel for these games, they've won quite a majority of them as well. But for me, it's not even really about the winning, it's the fact that they're enjoying it. We're getting people wanting to play women's cricket as well. We've had a few people kind of on the Instagram, how do I kind of join? Can anyone play? So I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think only women's cricket is going to go from strength to strength as well. So you must be really pleased with that. And also, I think under nines, Batesy does a lot of good work with the juniors, and he's always proudly sending me pictures of them winning trophies. Our age groups, junior ages as well. It's there's a lot. It's not just about first team, second team, third team, fourth team. There's so much going on in the background that I've been kind of privileged to kind of get to know this season. So yeah, the women's team though, it's been fantastic, hasn't it? Seeing the badge with pride.
I think your point about it being a fast growing sport is absolutely spot on. It's almost the fastest growing sport out there, and I think we embraced it a long time ago. The Clifton Park Cobras, as we were with ourselves and Alliance, was a really good step forward for both clubs. Obviously, we've gone our own ways now, as we really have to with the new directives coming out from the ECB. Matt and Tom and Juicy, obviously Batesy as well, I know has been involved. The coach is exceptional at York. The girls are getting really good coaching. They're improving all the time. I managed to drag Matt and his girls team over to Oosburn last night for just a friendly game with the Oosburn girls, and it was a great game of cricket. And you watch and think, goodness, there's some real talent there. Not just at York as well, at Oosburn, but as I go around, as my daughter plays, and I look at all these under 11, under 12 girls, and I'm thinking, God, they could play in any of the boys' teams at that age group. And I know, as they grow, the gap becomes wider, but the talent is absolutely there, especially around North Yorkshire, Nidderdale, and York. I think an awful lot of county cricketers are going to be produced from around North Yorkshire in the years and decades to come.
Yeah, it seems to be in rude health a little bit of the club.
Mm.
I noticed the fourth team. I think there's got to be six players that have kind of can't play on Saturday. Just can't find
Mm.
Matt can't find any place for them as well. So it's good, isn't it? And that's been pleasing to me. Just kind of seeing even that, like obviously the FOSS League on a Wednesday, they managed to get promoted as well. So
Mm.
so much good going on at the club. It's not just all about the first team as well. So just
No,
finishing there, Nick, as
I
kind
will
of
say this, though, Richard, if I can just jump in. It's not always been like that, We've had seasons where we haven't been able to get a fourth team out, or we've had to concede matches, and that was that's the most satisfying thing from myself and Doc's point of view is to have a surplus of players who are available every Saturday. When we can remember not 5, 10 years ago, we're scrapping around on Friday night to find people. That's a real step forward. I think that's testament not only to the captains going to great, Fozzie, Tony, and Matt do a brilliant job, but it's testament to the quality of the training facilities and the pitches that Ben produces to train on. Obviously, and then the quality of the coaching with Juicy and all the lads who help out and get involved with the drills on a Thursday night. So it's a huge club effort to get us into that position. Because any of those elements fall down, you don't have the right training environment, you don't have any good coaching, you don't have the right captains who embrace the club ethic, and players walk, they go somewhere else. So at the moment, and again, I'm touching wood, I feel like we're just about getting everything right.
yeah, big challenge for the ground staff. There's cricket going on left, right, and centre, but always makes me sad, Nick, when we get into August. It means kind of
Yeah.
yeah, we're not far away from the end as well. But hopefully, we have a great week next week. So, just final message to anyone who's again thinking of coming to games. Obviously, get your ticket for Tuesday, otherwise you
Yeah.
might not get in. And
Yeah, get there early. Bring your own seat. Find your own point. Obviously, enjoy the concessions. There's loads of good food stalls. Alzat Cricket are there as well. They'll be there selling merchandise. We've got 2 ice cream vans. We've got bars, and you can sit anywhere you like on the ground, and just come and embrace the day and enjoy it. And hopefully, leave York on Tuesday night or Thursday night thinking that it's a good place to watch cricket. I really hope so.
bring some sun cream
Bring
as
some sun
well.
cream, especially the likes of you and I. We need sun cream.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. You'll be blush now, and I'll end
Sorry.
the recording now. So, thanks very much. Cheers,
Cheers, Richard.
Nick.
Thanks.